Hey guys.
Try to play me like a pussy nigga and it won't work. Jumping with the stock, it's gon' kick, but it won't hurt. Turn this bitch sideways, rip him like some.
Oh, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm msraphaella. My homeboys and homegirls call me Raw. And tonight or today, wherever you at watching this or whenever you're watching this, I'm gonna be doing a story time about the time about y'all not gonna tell me I had that shit on my mouth. But I'm gonna tell y'all about the story time about a trip from hell. Well, it wasn't that bad, but like it still was bad. Still left the trip without friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This happened actually, I think like last year. I think last year or the year before, I can't remember, but it was a lot of fallouts last year. So it's a lot of them gonna be like, you know, from last year. I had this friend group. I had a trio. Yeah. I had a trio. I'm gonna get into why I fell out with the trio in a whole different video. But for this video, I'm gonna tell you about, yeah. So ignore the panda bear on the floor. I just didn't feel like having him on my bed. Okay, so we're gonna call her Pat. And me and her, so basically Pat, she was the type of friend like down for anything. Like honestly, she was down to do whatever the fuck. Really didn't matter. She just wanted to get out of the house, which is so understandable because who the fuck wants to stay in the house all day, all night? So spring break was coming up and we're just like, damn, what's the moves for spring break? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Like nobody's trying to stay in the house. Nobody's trying to stay in the town, in the city. Everybody's leaving, want to go on vacation and shit. So we're like, oh, I don't know. So we text the trio group chat trying to figure out what we finna do for spring break. The other girl in the group chat, the other friend in the trio, I'm not gonna give her name because she's like honestly not involved in the story. And so basically she was just saying she couldn't go because like she couldn't do anything because she was going on a cruise the whole week of spring break. So basically she's going on a cruise the whole week of spring break, and so we're like, damn, like, you know, we want her to go and I'm not going. So that's when I just texted Pat myself. I was like, so what do you want to do for spring break since she can't come? And so she was like, honestly, I don't know, we can go to Myrtle Beach. If y'all don't know, Myrtle Beach, okay, if y'all don't stay in South Carolina, y'all not gonna know, but like Myrtle Beach is the move to spring break, like regardless, like that's just it. Like that's just a given. You're gonna go to Myrtle Beach, walk on the strip, up and down the strip a couple times. That's just it. Like you're either gonna go to Myrtle Beach or you're gonna go to Miami. It's no in between. Like, so basically we get the first weekend out of school. We're gonna go to Myrtle Beach, and then we're gonna go to Atlanta the last weekend before we go back to school. And that's what we decided to do. And she was like, okay, bet, she's down with it. But mind you, for Myrtle Beach, we're just gonna go to Myrtle Beach for like to spend the night, not for like the whole weekend. I think we're just gonna go to like kick off spring break and then come back. It was really like spontaneous and not that smart, but we just was like, fuck it, like we're gonna do it because we're just bad bitches. Well, I'm a bad bitch and I want to do what the fuck I want to do when I do it. That's why. But yeah, so we just decided to just go down there for one night, and we're like, okay, so who all coming? So mind you, me and Pat, we didn't have classes together. I had this class with this one girl. I'm gonna name her Lolly. And basically, Lolly was in my class, and she just moved down here from the DMV, I think Maryland, yeah. So like at first when she came into class, I thought she was cool. Like I even told her that. I was like, yeah, you cool, like what school are you coming from? Like she said she just moved down here not too long ago, but she did just come from a school that was in the district area. Whatever. Like I thought she was cool as shit because she was funny. First of all, she was funny, and she was just cool. Like I liked the way she would dress. I knew she could dress. She was just cool, and I like people that come up from up north. Like I gotta stop fucking with people like that though, because them motherfuckers around north be fake as fuck. We chop it up in class or whatever. Like we getting closer like every single day. Like I got her number or whatever and stuff like that. We got close because this is when I started getting active on Twitter, and she was a Twitter fiend. Like bitch was on Twitter bad, Tweety Bird, like just like me. We got close because she was on Twitter and I was on Twitter, so I was like, oh my god, you have Twitter? She was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, follow me. So that's when we got close, and then we started like scoping out niggas together on Twitter and stuff like that, which was really stupid, but like honestly that's just shit that we was doing. Spring break coming up, and I text her, I'm like, hey, do you want to come to Myrtle Beach with me and Pat and her cousin, right? And she was like, okay, cool, like yeah, she wants to go. And then I was like, also, we're planning on going to Atlanta the following upcoming weekend too, but like for the whole weekend. She was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go to that too. Mind you, me and her me and Lolly and Pat all hung out together before, like a couple times already, like doing like just regular shit, like going shopping or something, or just going out to eat. Like we've hung out before. So we're all psyched, like we're all excited. Like Lolly said she was bringing a bottle. She brought some bottles or whatever. I think I brought a bottle too. I brought a bottle and she brought a bottle. And I'm pretty sure, mind you, so something I peeped, like, I don't know, my intuition is crazy, because literally when she was putting the bottle in the back of my trunk, I look at it, I'm like, ooh, this is nice. It was like a lavender bottle of Ciroc, and I was like, oh, this is nice. This your mom? She was like, yeah, I took that from my mom or whatever, right? And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, girl, I laughed because I was like, that's just kind of funny. Like, you got down there, it was brick. Like, it was cold as fuck. Literally cold as a witch's titty. It was cold as a motherfucker. And so that's when at first we touched down. We're like, okay, bitch, we need somewhere to stay. Like, we did not really think this through, but it was, I still had a fun time. Me and Pat had a fun time, and her cousin. So that's when we booked the hotel room or whatever, and we get into it. So it was one twin bed and one pull-out bed. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, 2 of us could sleep on the bed, 2 of them could sleep on the pull-out mattress. Mind you, Pat had a boyfriend that was down there, so she was just gonna spend the night with him. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Everybody got a bed. Everybody got somewhere to sleep at the end of the night. Okay, so now everybody's turned up. We're like, okay, bitch, we're here. Like, it's lit, even though it's brick as fuck outside, but we're still gonna have fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're still having fun. I could just tell by Lolly's energy, like, she just wasn't really fucking with it. Like, I don't know, like, she was being really quiet, really introverted. And I'm like steady asking her, like, you know, is she good? Like, at first I didn't really pee because she was just getting dressed. Like, everybody was just getting cute and getting dressed. Everybody's really getting there in their swimsuits because we all wanted to go to the hot tub and to the pool. It was an indoor pool. We didn't go to the outside one, it was too cold. So we're all getting cute, turning up, drinking, twerking, all that shit, having fun. And that's when Lolly was just like, oh, well, my hair's messing or whatever, can you fix it? I'm like, okay, let me do it. So I was doing her hair. I was like flattering and brushing it out, whatever. So we're brushing it out, whatever, and everybody's still turning up. And so it gets to the point where we're supposed to go to the pool, whatever. So we're all at the pool. We're all in the pool. But Lolly, she's like not in the pool. She don't even have a swimsuit on or nothing like that. Mind you, Lolly is a bigger girl. Like, she was the biggest out of the group. Like, and so, but I didn't really care. Like, I don't know. I didn't care. Like, there's nothing to do with me. Bitch, her face was pretty to me. Like, honestly, me personally, I thought her face was cute. Me and Pat were looking at her like, why don't you come in the pool? Like, did you not bring a swimsuit? And she's like, no, I don't really want to get in the pool. I'm fine or whatever. I'm fine. Mind you, she's literally like ducked off in a corner on her iPad or whatever. And we're just like, girl, come over here. Like, come sit with us. She's like, no, it's okay, cool. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't care. Like, bitch, I'm over here trying to have a good time, bitch. I don't know about you. Like, that's fine, whatever. We end up, you know, bringing some niggas to the hotel, whatever, having a good time. And then next morning come up, we get her shit, and we went back home. Me and Pat, we're talking, we're like, yeah, I don't know what was wrong with her, whatever. And I was like, we're talking about how Lolly was acting in the hotel room. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why she was acting like that. Like, I'm finna go talk to her. So that's when I told Pat that I was finna go talk to Lolly. And I texted Lolly, I'm like, hey, like, how did you feel about the Myrtle Beach trip? And then she was just like, oh girl. I was like, LOL, what does that mean? And she was like, I'm gonna just tell you later, because I think we're supposed to go, what were we supposed to do? We're supposed to go out and do something. But I just remember, I think I went to go get my eyebrows waxed with her. Yeah, I went to go get my eyebrows waxed with her. That's what it was. And so in the car or whatever, and I'm like, okay, so tell me like how you felt about the Myrtle Beach trip or whatever. And she was just saying basically like she just really felt like the odd one out, and she didn't really feel like she fit in well with the group. Mind you, like 3 of us, we're like kind of the same size. We're all kind of small. We're all smaller, and we're light skinned. She was the only brown skin girl with us. But me personally, I didn't look at it like that. Like, I was just like, you're a cool ass bitch, come hang with us. Like, I'm not one to really look at skin complexions like that. Like, okay, if you look like me, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. Like, I don't know, but that's how she was feeling. I was like, oh, like, well, I didn't want you to feel like, you know, insecure or whatever. And she's just like, yeah, I know. So I don't know if I'm gonna go on a trip to Atlanta with y'all. I was just like, okay, well, I just hope like you don't feel that way on the trip, because we honestly do fuck with you. Like, you're cool as shit. That's when I was like, okay, whatever, fuck it. So fast forward to the Atlanta trip. Pat couldn't, and Pat ended up not being able to come because her mom was tripping, her people was tripping. And basically was just like, oh, I don't know, like, you know, not really giving a solid yes or no or whatever. And they like gave her a yes at the last minute. I done already left and she didn't hit me up. So yeah, so she ended up not coming. Yeah, and so I had told Lolly like, okay, she's not coming, so it's just gonna be us two. That okay? And she was like, yeah, that's fine. And also she was already more comfortable with me than the rest of them because she knew me like more than the others. And so I was like, okay, fine, we're finna have fun anyways. Like, bitch, I like going, I low-key just like having one friend, like, you know, I could just fuck with for like, yeah. And so actually like make memories with. And so basically we're leaving or whatever and we're having fun. Like, we're literally lit almost more than like half the way down there. When we got down there, we were kind of tired or whatever. But y'all, bro, excuse me, y'all, I just ate some Chipotle. As soon as, let me put something about her. As soon as as we pulled up, this girl, bro, this bitch, she's, as soon as we pulled up, she's like, oh, my mom took all the money out my account. Like, I was just like, oh, well, like, tell her to put it back. Like, you're out of town. Why would she not leave you with no money? And then she goes to tell me, she's like, oh, yeah, my mom had found the bottle. I found a bottle in my bed, so she got mad at me. We got in an argument or whatever. And, yeah, so I was just like, oh, mind you, before the trip, we had a conversation before the trip. I was like, she asked me, she was like, okay, so how much money do you think I'm gonna need for the trip? And I was like, maybe like a smooth 400, like just saved up, like, because we're gonna go hit the mall. Of course, we're gonna hit the mall, and also for food, gas, and other shit that we want to do. Like, I don't know. Like, I was like, and push come to shove, like, you know, if you're short a little bit, I can always help out. Right? Like, I don't know, like, bitch, if you don't have enough money, like, bitch, I can always pitch in, like, and help you out. It's nothing to it, just pay me back. I was just like, you know what, fuck it, like, we here. So all I knew was I'm finna still have a good time. So basically go inside, whatever, get our stuff down. Now Lolly's telling me about this boy that she knows that stays down here and has all the moves or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool, but like, I already have TJ's number, I already have an influencer's number, and we could just go hang out with him or whatever. Yeah. And mind you, like, before I touched down, he already told me, like, yeah, like, some spots that we could go do shit at. And she was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. And so basically the first night we just stayed in the house, and then we had just got food, so we didn't do nothing. So next day come. So next day we're like, okay, so we finna go to Lennox because I wanted to go to Lennox. Like, who the fuck don't want to go to Lennox? So I'm like, okay, so let's get cute and whatever and go to Lennox. And so she's like, okay, bet. So we pulling all the shit out that we got with us. First of all, me personally, I brought cute outfits, but I didn't really like my outfits. Like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. And she brought cute outfits, and I was telling her, like, put the outfits on because, like, they're not ugly, right? Like, they were not ugly outfits. She thought her outfits were ugly, and I was like, girl, no, like, just put this and this and this together, it's gonna be cute. Like, and it was cute. Like, her clothes were not ugly, bro. So I'm getting ready and getting dressed, and she's putting her clothes together and stuff. And then she goes to tell me, she's like, oh my god, my hair is messing up. And so I'm like, what do you mean? So I look at her hair, and basically, like, the track is literally, like, falling off, like, on its last limb. And so I'm like, oh shit. So basically, I was like, okay, let's just cut it off, because she was trying to cut it off. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just cut it off right here to do this or whatever. She's like, okay, wait, let me see something. So she goes into the bathroom and comes out and just fucking pulls her track out. And I'm like, girl, mind you, before that, I literally was like, here, you can just wear my beanie. Like, it was a black beanie. Like, it went with everything. Just wear the beanie over it, and you'll be good. Like, brush the hair out. Everybody know when your hair fucks up, put a hat or a beanie on. Like, what are you doing? Don't take the whole style out because you didn't bring no hair products. Like, what are you doing? And so I was irritated because I was like, girl, no, because I wanted us to be cute at the mall together. Like, what are you fucking doing? I wanted us to be cute. Why can't we just be cute together? I wanted us to be cute, be in the niggas' faces, have a good time, like, spend some money. Like, that was it. So I kind of have attitude because I'm just like, bitch, you have one fucking job. Like, you brought outfits to look cute in. You got there and literally just made yourself look terrible. Like, why would you do that? We're at the mall, whatever. And mind you, the whole time we're at the mall, she just on the phone with one of her online friends, and she's just talking to her the whole time while I'm walking around buying shit. I got bags, like ass of bags, and she's just walking around following me. And so I'm starting to feel bad because it's just like, we're supposed to be shopping together, and now it's just looking like you're like my girlfriend. Like, bitch, no. And so I go in the store. I'm like, do you want something? I could get you something. She's like, no, it's fine, it's fine. And so I'm just like, okay. And then I'm like, we're getting tired of shopping or whatever. Well, I'm getting tired of shopping because I was the only one shopping, but I'm getting tired of shopping. And then I asked her if she could take my pictures. And so she's like, yeah, whatever. She's taking my pictures, and then like she just acting like she got an attitude, like she's acting like she has a fucking attitude, like, and I'm just like, okay, do you want to go? Just go. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So mind you, I'm hitting up TJ, and I'm just like, oh, I'm talking to him. He's like, oh, where you at now? I'm like, oh, we're at Lennox. And then he's like, oh, what are y'all finna do? And I'm like, I don't know, like maybe find a pool or something. He was like, I don't think any pools is open or whatever. And so I was like, oh shit, I don't know. And then I was just like, just send me whatever the fuck you finna do, because then we'll pop out. And so basically he did just that. And so we get back to the house, and we get in the house or whatever, and we're kind of just chilling, whatever. I'm like, okay, so are you coming to the video that TJ invited me to go to? And she's like, at first prior, like, mind you, at first, before I even pulled up, she was like, well, not pulled up, but the first night, she was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Then, today, she's like, no, I don't wanna go. Like, I don't wanna go. All y'all not gonna be, it's gonna be a bunch of little, like, smaller girls there, and I'm just gonna feel insecure. Like, I don't wanna go. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I literally was just like, bro, I don't wanna leave her by herself here, but it's just like, bro, I wanna go out and have fun. Like, that's what we were here for. Mind you, we were supposed to get lit and turn. Bro, we literally only took one shot the whole time we was there. Mind you, I got bought a big ass bottle of Don Julio. Like, bro, I swear that shit pissed me off. Like, bro, you literally just took one fucking shot. She acted like she couldn't take shots. I know God motherfucker. I know, but on God in heaven, she has definitely got drunk before. And I'm like, okay, if you didn't want to drink, that's fine. But it's like we're on vacation. You definitely knew the vibes was finna get lit and be turned and have fun. But it's like you're being a literal asswipe. I was just like, okay, well, just stay here and let me know if you need anything, because I'm still finna go. So I get cute, get my shit together, and then I leave. I went to the video. I went and hung out with TJ and them. And that's when I came back and I told her everything that happened. When I was there, me and TJ, like, we would like flirt a little bit, whatever. And when I was at the video or whatever, he was trying to make moves on me, and I was just like, no, I wasn't really going for it. Like, I was kind of dumbing it, not even gonna hold, because I'm just not a tough person. Like, I barely know you, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, and so I come back home and I told Lolly that, and she's like, oh, really? Like, that's crazy. The next day come, you know, we end up leaving. I'm definitely blowed. Like, I feel like my time was fucking wasted. Like, the trip was lame as fuck. I'm actually a lot of bit frustrated. Throughout the whole trip, though, mind you, I was paying her for her food. Like, the first night we stopped at Crystal, the second we had got King's, the third we went out to go eat breakfast. Like, bro, it was so annoying. Like, it just gave, like, I just flew this bitch out, low-key. Like, bitch, it just gave you had a vacation. Like, girl, what the fuck? Like, I'm not having a good time. We get home and I'm just irritated as fuck. Like, so I text Pat. I'm like, okay, am I tripping, or like, is this shit weird? Like, and I basically told her the same thing I just told y'all, and she's like, no, that's not right. She's like, that is weird as fuck, because y'all went out there to have a good time, and she was just acting lame. Like, and then she didn't even bring up the fact that she has to pay you back. Like, that's what really did it for me. Like, bitch, you're not even gonna, like, she didn't even tell me, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay you back, like, I'm sorry, da. Like, didn't even acknowledge the fact that she has to pay me back. Yeah, so that's when I had texted Lolly, and I was just like, you know, I kind of feel like you're being a little bit selfish and not really, you know, like, bringing a good energy. Like, I didn't like that. I just expressed that, and then she was just kind of like, oh, like, no, because I thought it was on some, like, if I got you, you got me type shit. And I'm like, girl, we haven't even been friends that long enough, and I've never asked you for anything. So why would you ever think it's like that? Like, even with my friends, like, I always make it, even with my damn sisters, I pay them back. Like, girl, no, it never gave that. Like, what the fuck? If I tell you, oh, nah, I got it, it's fine, that's when you can say, okay, I got your back. But bitch, you owe me, like, bitch, you owe me a good amount of money, actually. And I was just like, yeah, I don't really play about, I text her, I'm like, I don't play about my money. Like, I just kind of feel like you not bringing up the fact that you're finna pay me back is a little bit too close to begging for me. Like, I don't like that. And so she was just like, first of all, are you trying to press me? And I was like, I mean, it's about my money, so I guess so. Take it however you want to take it. Cause bitch, like, bro, I don't play about my money, bro. I swear I stand on big business about my bread. Like, we get to arguing a little bit, and she just basically was just saying, oh, I had thought a real friend supposed to have their friends back or whatever, and basically, like, you know, spend hella money on them, and that's just gonna be it. But I'm like, no, it never gave that. I just want my money back. Like, can you just pay me back? And so she was like, okay, fine, how much I owe you? So I told her how much she owed and how much I wanted back, because I was literally adding up all the food and literally the gas money, because bitch didn't pay me no gas money. First, bitch didn't pay me not God, one thing. I pay for all gas money. And so that's when we just like stopped talking. Like, literally, remember I had my last period, and she used to come in there all the time, and then she stopped coming in there. So I was like, okay, this bitch has a problem with me. Like, oh my God, I didn't think it was that serious. Like, I argue with my friends, like, I don't know, I argue with my friends. I didn't think it was that serious, because I wasn't calling her out her name or shit like that. It wasn't really like that, but we still had a disagreement. Like, I didn't think it was that serious. Yeah, a couple days passed by. She tells me, oh, she's gonna give me my money on Thursday. So I'm waiting for Thursday. So this is when I start getting a little bit upset. Okay, so I'm literally pissed off because first of all, I feel like she wasn't gonna pay me on Thursday. And I could just tell, you could just tell when somebody capping. Like, all right. When I was on Twitter, and like, I think one of my tweets went viral. And so that's when, like, you know, motherfuckers troll in the comments, whatever, and they're trolling. It was just one girl, and she trolled bad. Like, she trolled to the point where it's like, why is it like you trying to tell my business back to me and I don't know you type shit? You know what I'm saying? And so, mind you, I'm like, whoa, hold the fuck up. Because they're telling you my business, like, all wrong. Like, they're just talking shit. Like, trying to tell my business back to me. And I'm like, you literally have it all wrong. And then I'm like, okay, so I had told one girl my business. I told two girls my business. I told Pat and Lolly. I told Pat just because I was closer to Pat. And then I told Lolly because she was literally on the trip with me. Like, but mind you, Pat's not on Twitter. So how is anybody on Twitter gonna know shit about me unless Lolly was on Twitter too and she told my business? So that's when I'm just still arguing with the girls. And this one girl, she DM'd me, right, on Twitter, and she's like, hey, like, can I just talk to you for a second, because this story just doesn't sound right to me. So I'm like, yeah, sure, what's going on? I get added to this big ass group chat. Yo, I get added to this group chat, and I'm just like, what do y'all have going on? She's like, yeah, so basically Lolly had told us that y'all went on a trip, and she feels like you're fake because you had told her that you went on a trip that was paid for, and now you're asking for her money back and stuff, and like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I just want to know your side of the story. So I'm like, oh, I'm finna eat this bitch up, because first of all, bitch, no, like, it never was that, like, ew. And so I'm telling my side of the story. I'm just telling them everything. I'm telling the girls in the group chat, like, I never said that it was a free trip. I'm not your sugar mama, no, none of that. And I never said or had sex with, you know, thing, because she tried to bring on my aunt and started to say we couldn't even do anything because we had a curfew. The curfew was 12. Like, that wasn't even late. And also, I even came back in the house at like 1. Like, bro. And then I was trying to explain to them in the group chat. I'm like, bro, no, it didn't even go like that. It just felt like that probably for her because she didn't want to do anything the whole time. Like, that literally was it. And then they started taking my side, right? And they was like, okay, because that's just sounded like a lie. I was like, okay, good, because she's definitely lying. Like, I can tell y'all what I did, like, and stand on it. Don't sit up here and lie, bitch, because now you got a fucking problem, bitch. Don't fucking lie on me. That's my main thing. Just don't lie. Like, what are you lying for? What did that? Why? That's when they added Lolly back in the group chat. And of course, Lolly, she was leaving the group chat and shit. She wasn't trying to talk. Like, it was just giving scary. Like, she just didn't want to talk in the group chat, and she kept leaving it and shit. And then she literally blocked all the other girls. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, girl. So that's when I texted her myself. She wasn't texting me back. I think she blocked me. She ended up blocking me because by this time I'm hot. Because first of all, girl, you supposed to be my homegirl, and you over here lying to strangers on the internet. Like, that's weird. Is that not weird? Am I tripping? Like, that is actually crazy. Like, all you got to do is text me. Like, what do you... And then on top of that, why are you even lying for it? Like, girl, like, you did not literally shit on the whole trip. Like, what are you doing? And so I'm still blowing up her phone. I'm like, girl, you got me fucked up. Like, for real. Like, you need to talk to me. Like, what? Why would you lie? Like, that's so weird. And then she's just basically saying, I know I probably exaggerated a couple things, but nothing was just out the ordinary. And I was like, what do you mean exaggerate? You literally pulled that from out your ass. Like, at this point I'm getting mad. So I'm like, okay, so what's up? Like like, what's up? What are you gonna do? Because honestly, I'm literally pissed off. Like, first of all, I want my money. So I'm telling her, I'm like, okay, give me my money. And then where my one, you're gonna get, she was like, you're gonna get your money, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, no, like, pop out. Like, bitch, you have me fucked up now. Like, now I want to fight. Like, now I'm mad to the point I want to get active, like, on my soul. She ended up blocking my number on messages. Took my ass to text now. That's when I text her on the text now, because I was just like, don't sit up here and lie, and also don't sit up here and put bodies on this coochie, because one thing I never been was broke in a hoe. So let's not ever do that, okay? Thank you. Like, what is up with people? Like, I don't get that shit. I was just like, okay, so I want to fight. Like, can you just run my one? Like, that's it. And she was just telling me, like, she's like, girl, no, like, I'm not fighting you. I'm like, girl, why not? Like, you literally talked all that shit about me in that group chat with those other girls, and you obviously have a problem with me, so what's up? And she was just like, no, I'm not doing that or whatever, but if you want to fight, we can fight in the school. And I'm like, I'm not fighting in school. Like, I'm not doing that, bitch. First of all, I don't play at school, y'all. Honestly, the only time I ever played at school was a couple times, and y'all are probably the only time I play at school is when somebody genuinely pisses me off, so to the point where I don't give a fuck. But I did not ever want to get expelled from school. Like, I really did not want to, because if I get expelled, I'm not gonna get the urge to go back. And I know that about myself, and I did not want to put myself in that predicament, honestly. So I'm telling her, I'm like, girl, no, I'm not fighting you in the hallway. First of all, she's big, so it's gonna be a little minute before I, like, put her ass on the ground and start beating her shit in. Like, it's not gonna be a quick 1-2. It's not, bro, because the bitch is big. Like, she's wide. And so it's just like, girl, I'm gonna have to literally do the most to start whipping your ass for real. Like, she said either the hallway or nothing at all. And I was like, okay, I guess nothing. Like, bitch, I got my money back. I don't really care that much, but I was really just gonna stick you because of my respect. Like, don't do shit like that. That shit is weird. She ended up blocking me on text now. Actually, no, because I had pulled up on her. I pulled up on her one time, I think, and I sent her a picture. I was like, come outside. She was like, girl, no, my mom's gonna call the police on you. Bitch, I skirted out that motherfucker's house. Oh, okay. And left with my best friend. I said, oh, hell no. And so she ended up blocking me on text now, and I just let it go. And I just was just like, okay, she's a weird bitch, and that's just whatever the fuck she's gonna be. And I'm just never gonna talk to her stupid ass again. She ended up moving back to Maryland, back where the weirdo fuck she came from. And yeah, it just made me realize, don't go on trips with broke people. And I think that's it, but it's okay. That's okay. And so yeah, I think that's it for tonight, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time, and I hope you guys come back for more. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and to follow all my social medias down here and in the description down below. And also follow my Instagram, and my Twitter. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for watching.